Things that fail a home inspection. Wah, wah, wah. Coming right up. Hey everybody, Stacey Hester here, your favorite realtor in all of Oklahoma, and we're going to be talking about things that fail a home inspection. These are things that I see personally that come up pretty frequently on home inspections that fail. I want to set some expectations up for you, whether you're a buyer or a seller, on what you're probably going to see on a home inspection, because some of these things you may not even know about. Probably the number one thing I see on home inspections here in Oklahoma is foundation cracking, and this really goes into a few different things. So you can have settling cracks or you can have true foundation cracks. A home inspector is going to point out some of these issues to you, but if you really want to understand if you have true foundation problems, you may want to hire a structural engineer to come out there and check it out. A structural engineer is going to cost you about $400 to come and look at the house. A foundation person coming out will be free, but they're free because they want to sell you on getting foundation repairs. So I always give people a little word of caution if you're wanting to bring in a foundation person to look at a house, because they are usually commission based and they want to sell you something. So just buyer beware on that stuff. But there is definitely a difference between a true foundation crack or a settling crack. It's just something that you're going to typically see on a home inspection. Along that line, you'll also see caulking get written up quite a bit. We have a lot of expansion here in Oklahoma. We actually get up in the hundreds in the summertime, and we can dip below freezing in the wintertime. So it's quite a variation on the temperature swing, and it really does create problems with the caulking. So you just get familiar with the caulking gun and just go to town. That's all I can say. Along the same line of foundation problems, you really want to be aware of drainage around the house and make sure you have your water flowing away from the home. We have a lot of torrential rains here in Oklahoma, and you need to be aware that when those rainstorms come through and they're just dumping inches of rain at a time, that you want to make sure that the water is definitely flowing away from the house, away from your foundation. So that's something I've definitely seen written up too. Oh my God, I don't know what this is, but there's a lot of, I don't know if it's DIYers or lazy plumbers, but they will put in flex tubing underneath for the drainage on a sink. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's flex tubing and it's flexible. Maybe you don't want to put in an elbow, but good Lord Almighty, flex tubing gets written up all the freaking time because obviously it's ridged, so it can create drainage problems. So that's probably one of the more common things that I see get written up. Another super common thing that I see getting written up is electrical based, but a lot of like reversed polarity, or the receptacles are not wired correctly, or you don't have the appropriate outdoor receptacles outside. It's not that big of a deal to have them replaced, but that honestly is probably my number one thing that I see get written up, is that the receptacles are not wired correctly. Another one that I'll see probably running second along that is going to be the breakers. For some reason, people don't put the right breaker amperage for an HVAC system. That one gets written up pretty common too. And another one, probably number 3 on the electrical issue, is people love the old double tap on a breaker. Don't do that. Don't double tap on a breaker. It's not really made for that. Each breaker is supposed to just have one wire to it, not 2. And Lord help us, sometimes 3. Yes, I've seen that too. So anyway, the electrical is definitely something that you're going to want to have looked at. But a good home inspector is going to be watching these things, and they will look at it and flag these things for you. So I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and just put in here a copy of a home inspection report. This is for a flip project that I personally purchased. And this home inspection was done by Mike Hunt, one of my local vendors. The report is going to start out just first talking about the conditions of the day, and then moving into some more specific things about the report, first starting with definitions that you're going to see of things enclosed in this report, and some general comments about what he saw with this particular house. He'll also be citing potential safety hazards. So these first pages are things to pay attention to. The appliances that are in the house, and then it also includes my invoice. This is a pretty typical charge for the area.
So what I really like about most of the home inspections that I have is you get pictures and color coding or citing very specifically the safety issues in a house. So this was a flip. There were several issues in this house which are being remedied, and it really makes it pretty easy to go through the report and identify things that you may want to ask for the seller to correct when you are in that inspection period. Some things are going to be pretty minor that you'll be able to take care of on your own. Other things, it may spook you enough that you don't want to purchase the house. You never know. That's really the key point of getting a home inspection done, is to really get a professional out there to give you an overall evaluation of the house and the condition that the house is in. However, a home inspection only goes so far. They're obviously not going to be tearing into the walls to really be able to look at the wiring. They can't look at the plumbing other than what they can just see. Here's one of my red flags. This is pretty common too, missing switch plate covers. I don't know, it's a cheap fix. And again, that's something that you could do your own. Here's the flex pipe that I was talking about, and you can see how it's ridged and how that would be really prone to having some clogging possibly going on and making it difficult to do a fix. Again, just going through electrical issues with open grounds, reversed polarity. So hopefully through this report, you're kind of just getting a better sense of how thorough the reports are. He's writing up this report really just to give you a better sense of the condition of the home. But again, these are only things that he can see. He won't actually move out bottles underneath sinks to see if there's been any leaks going on underneath there. And this is also a cue. So if you have something that's being flagged, you may want to use this report to possibly get an expert out to the house to do some additional inspections.
That's probably the most common stuff that I see on home inspections. Other things can come up. Honestly, roof, I really thought that roofs would get written up a lot more than they do, and they just don't. But I think it's because, like I said, we get a lot of torrential rains here. We don't really get the hail or freezing rains or anything that's really going to do a lot of damage to a roof system. So yeah, I've only had a couple of roofs need to be replaced on a home, and it would have been because of hail damage, but it's pretty rare. So that one was a surprise to me. That's what I've got for you today, talking about what I typically see failing a home inspection here in Southern Oklahoma. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you are looking to move to Oklahoma or you're looking to purchase a home here, please be sure to give me a call. I would love to talk to you about it. And if you're wanting to have a home inspection done, I've got some great vendors that I use on the regular. So all my information's on the screen right now. Please be sure to give me a call. But that's all I got for you guys today. Until the next time, you guys. Bye.